Australian Open time! Let's go! I know you're excited. I can see that look in your eye.
Do you think Djokovic is always getting easy draws, or do you think Djokovic is simply so good that whatever you play him against is going to be an easy draw?
And then just pass Thompson. Not so fast. Slow down.
This is the best Wang.
Oh, is it?
You're determined to always put Eubanks out. You did it at Wimbledon. You just don't like it.
It's the big one. Here we go. So I'm going. Emma Raducanu.
Oh, that was happened to my bracket. I've got Popper in here. I must have clicked
Oh,
on the wrong name.
Djokovic is out. Big headline. Djokovic out.
So I think Djokovic will get revenge this time. Djokovic, I feel, is going to win the Australian Open this year.
He never forgets Novak Djokovic, and he always wants revenge for that last defeat. That one in Wimbledon is still stinging.
I've got Novak Djokovic. I've got Jelena Rybakina.
Iga gets 5, Novak gets 25.
Joe Prince Saba, those are my two.
Rybakina's had a hot start to the year, and she's going to take the title. How about that? And then on the men's side, a rematch of the Wimbledon final. And I think the result's going to be the same. Carlitos Alcaraz.
Elena Rybakina winning on the women's side. I think we're going to get Novak Djokovic winning on the men's side. Number 11.
Hey everybody, how goes it? Round 3 action here at the Australian Open. Welcome to the Game to Love Tennis podcast. My name is Covey. I'm your commentator for today. We got a good one. World number 2, Carlitos Alcaraz versus the youngster from China, ranked 140, SHANG Juncheng. So as you may know, they use what we would consider their last name. They say first over there. So last name is Shang. First name is Juncheng. So he's also known affectionately, I've just learned while doing some research, as Jerry Shang or Shang. So if you hear me say Jerry or Juncheng, that's, of course, I might go back and forth. And then, of course, Carlitos, you know what's going on. Anyways, we're in for a good one, folks. 201 matches into Carlos Alcaraz's career, and today is the day that he meets a player at tour level that's younger than him. Yes, Alcaraz, the 20-year-old, is facing the 18-year-old lefty. So this guy, Jerry Shang, he has quite a powerful forehand from the left-hand side. He's a lefty, two-handed backhand. A little bit of a kind of wild card, a little bit kind of like Alcaraz 2 years ago, like a lot of potential. A lot of people are saying maybe not ready just yet. And actually, we're going to get to that in a second because the players are just about to start. Shang has the ball and will serve first, which means I need your predictions. You're going to get mine right after this. All right. Alcaraz starts off the match on return, but it's a backhand return winner up the line off the second serve. So, world number 2 with a quick start. Predictions, folks. I think if Carlos is having an off set, it could drop a set. But I think it's going to go straight sets today with Carlitos. Of course, Carlos did face Lorenzo Sonego in the last one. He did drop the second set there in a tiebreak. That was pretty tense, actually. But then he came back pretty strong and kind of took care of business as expected. And nice serve from Shang right to the forehand of Alcaraz, but the forehand goes into the net. All right, folks, so that's my prediction. What is yours? Please let me know. We'll get to the comments here also. Before I get to that, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't done so. That way you can hit the notification bell. You can catch us every single day because we're going live until trophies are presented, men's and women's side. So please do give us the support should you feel like doing so. We really, really appreciate it. If not, no worries. Still enjoy the match with me. If you haven't ever done so, drop a comment. Let me know where you're from. As mentioned in the intro, I'm from Vancouver, BC, Canada. Big tennis fan, big hockey fan, big fan of sports in general. Shang with a very nice hold to start off the match. We also got a brand new Shang button, so that's pretty dope. Thanks to Ben. All right, so King Adjust has been here for a minute. Oh, damn, King Adjust. Stream starting soon, asking. That was quite a while ago, and we've already got his prediction. Three setter, 2-2 and 4 for King Carlitos. We also have Ted from Finland saying in 2 hours and 22 minutes it's going to be 3-3-5 for Carlitos, and then we have Vesna saying, as usual, dear Carlitos, millions of your fans love you. Wish you success. Bring us joy on the court next match. Viva our hero, vamos. So very, very nice message from Vesna Kupic Basha. Here we go. Sonego is underrated. I love his playing style, says King. Yeah, actually a few months ago, I messaged JG. I was watching a match and I just messaged him. I was like, man, this guy is unbelievable right now. Like he's playing like top 5 tennis. And then of course the next match, he won the match that day. Then the next match he ended up losing. By the way, folks, if you notice, right over there, we got the top tippers. We got Sunkit, we got Manor, we got Mitch, Victor, we got Au Contrare. So if anyone wants to get their name on the top tippers, literally all you need to do is bump off the 5th place person, which is only $1.99 US. But you can throw a 5 or a 10 in there. You throw a 5. If you throw a tip in here, well, you can get a button as well. So Carlos, on his first service game, takes the first point. You know what? Let me just double check. I know they, of course, have not met on the main tour, but I wonder if they have any. Have they ever faced each other in juniors, since they are within a couple of years? Like Yannick Sinner's a couple years older than Alcaraz, or close to it, like a year and 3/4 or something. Shang is going to turn 19 in just a couple weeks. February 2nd is his birthday. So just a couple weeks away from being 19. So Alcaraz is about a year and a half older than him. 30 love, Alcaraz, as Shang's return goes long. How you doing, King? I haven't seen you since I got since this year. I hope you're having a happy new year and everything. Yeah. Who else we got in the house? We got 14 people. We got 10 likes already. Man, you guys are really doing a great job. Thank you for the support. Shang with a nice forehand. Alcaraz, defensive chop forehand on the stretch, and that goes wide. So Shang with the first point on the Alcaraz serve, 30-15 now. Now, one thing about Shang, he actually had Marcelo Rios as a coach for a little while, but they're having some issue. I actually remember reading about they had some just differences, I guess, in terms of like how much work they need to put in and all this stuff. And I think Marcelo Rios was trying to tell them, hey, you need to do practice more, and you got to work on things not just once a day, but 2-3 times. You got to get on court, and and he wasn't into it. I mean, now he's only 18, so imagine, he's a young kid. But one thing was that his fitness hasn't been the best. He's worked on it, though. This year, he's played 4 matches. And let's see here. He played, what is this? He played a tournament in Hong Kong. So, yeah, he's played 4 matches. And he's played 6 matches. And 4 of them have gone the distance. Actually, 5 of them have gone the distance. He's won 4. So that's pretty good. He's won 2. He's won a 5-setter in the first round here. And then he lost in Hong Kong to Rublev in 3. And then he beat Van de Zandschulp in 3. And he also beat Laszlo Djere in 3, all in Hong Kong. So it sounds like his work is paying off. Here we go. Alcaraz, 40-30. Trying to get on the board here. Nice return. Oh, no. I was going to say nice return. A little too deep off the forehand wing of Jerry Shang. So 1-all. Alcaraz gives a fist pump to his box. His coach is not there. His agent is there. Well, his fitness coach is there. His brother is there. Juan Carlos Ferrero apparently is injured. So he is not in Australia, I believe. Yep. Anyone in here into crypto? I've always been into crypto, but I'm kind of just getting more and more into it now. I've actually known about it for quite a while, and I've been involved with it for a while, but I'm really kind of ramping up now. It's a lot of fun. All right, great serve from Shang up the middle. Alcaraz return goes long, and Shang has some heat, 176 kilometers per hour there. It wasn't too crazy, but when he hits his forehand, when he has time, it's almost similar to Alcaraz in that he can pulverize the ball. Let first serve, 15 love. Coach is injured. Yes, Juan Carlos Ferrero. Apparently he injured himself. I don't know when they were training or what, but he's currently, I don't think he's there. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's in Spain. I guess there may be a chance that he's like in New York, but no, I don't think so. I don't think he would travel to New York to like watch from a hotel, right? So yeah, he's hurt. Nice second serve. Return goes wide. And 15. Sorry, I should say return from Alcaraz was a nice one. And the +1, it was more of a defensive shot, not really a +1. And that one goes wide. So 15 all. Alcaraz looking a little bit. I mean, we're only like 8 minutes in, but I was just about to say Alcaraz looking a little more dialed in than he did in the first game. It just an observation. It just seems like he's kind of just looks a little bit more. Maybe he thought he had a little bit of a loose return game, and he just seems like he's got a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. Good rally up the middle, and Shang tries to change direction, go up the line, but he hits the high part of the net, not going over, and it's now a tiny bit, first little bit of potential pressure. 15-30. Shang serving here. Shang Juncheng. And previously on this court, we had Zheng Xinwen versus Wang Yafan. And that was a crazy good, especially third set. Alcaraz with a on-the-run lob. Cross-court, gets to it. Shang races it. Oh, he couldn't get to it. Oh, man. Shang had a nice serve and volley. Comes to the net. Volleys it into the open space from the backhand. Alcaraz runs all the way across the width of the court and hits a forehand on the run with the lob. Nice control, very high, dropping about 5 feet inside the baseline. And Shang was on his horse, but had no chance because of the topspin that Alcaraz put on it. It kind of got the ball to, even though it went high, it dipped quickly. Yo, Ram Bakshi, what's up? Singapore's finest. How you doing, buddy? I haven't seen you since last year. Happy New Year, bro. King Adjust and yourself, both first time seeing you in the new year. Loving it. Great to see you guys. Ooh, okay, it's a double break point, but the return is a high kicker serve. Alcaraz backhand goes into the net. 10 minutes in, Alcaraz looking to break. He's got a second chance right here. King saying, imagine if Manarino somehow beats Djokovic and wins the Australian Open. You know, I was just thinking, I was like, he's got such a weird style that there's like maybe there's a chance, but I looked it up. The head-to-head is it's pretty Novak heavy. I'll get it to you here in a second. And there you go, folks. Return winner Alcaraz, and we got the first break.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
All right, so we were talking about the head-to-head. It's 4 matches: Novak, and Novak. So Novak won Wimbledon 2016, Wimbledon 2017, both in straight sets, and then a third time they played in London in the tune-up event. The London, it's a 500. The one that Alcaraz won last year before taking Wimbledon. He's actually the first player to do. I was surprised last year when I heard Alcaraz is the first player to ever win both of those tournaments. Anyways, Novak beat Mannarino, also straight sets there. So that's what, eight sets in a row, all on grass. But Mannarino also in 2018, so later in that year that he lost in London, Novak won a 3-setter in Cincinnati against Mannarino. So you never know. Mannarino took the first set, and then Novak went 2-1 in the last two. So he basically dominated at the end there. But I mean, he's like a 19-1 odds against him. So I was like, you know what? Throw tenor on there. You know, you never know. Not that, I don't think Novak's going to lose, and I don't want him to lose. But I mean, sometimes you got a 19-1. You have $5-10. Why not? I try to play like Mannarino sometimes. Don't make mistakes when I'm playing like a pusher. The thing about Mannarino being such a pusher is that Novak can handle pushers no problem. Like some say that Novak. I don't say Novak is a pusher. I don't think he's just a backboard. But he's so good that he could play that style if he needs to win a match. And we know one thing about Novak is he will play whatever style he needs to win. And that's like, that's not everyone can do that. It's like a lot of the times the commentators, when you're watching Alcaraz, they'll be like, oh, not only does he get these crazy points, but like, not only does he have these wild ideas of shots to try and make, but he has the physical and tennis IQ abilities to actually make it happen as well. A lot of times people know what they do, but they just can't get to it quick enough, or they don't have the power to. So yeah, Novak, his power is like, oh, you want to grind it out? Cool. Grind it out. You want to go 5 tie breaks? I can do that. Oh, you want to slug it out? Boom. I'll go for your go right at your weapons and see how you can handle me. So it's pretty amazing. Anyways, but yeah, Mannarino is an interesting matchup. I might even throw a tenor on there because, like I said, 19-1. I mean, what's $10? I mean, it could be a lot to some people for sure, but I know $10 I can put down. But also it's like I really don't think he might. I think Novak. This is Novak's house, right? All right, Alcaraz up 40-15 here. I'll get more back to this match. It hasn't been too much action, just a lot of really short points and stuff like that, quick points. Nothing of note yet. Both of these guys got some serious firepower when they got a second to unload or unleash. I guess I mixed those up. Ace up the tee, Carlitos consolidation, and it's 3-1 for the world numero dos. Nope. Here we go. So this is the major where Alcaraz. This is the furthest Alcaraz has ever gone here. This is he's in the third round here. He made it to the. No, wait, hold on. Is that right? You know what? Actually, I might have to double check that. I think. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Aussie Open. He's made it to the third round. Okay. So he made it to the second round when he was 17. When he was 18, he made it to. No, sorry. Yeah, he made it to the second round when he was 17. He made it to the third round when he was 18. And then last year when he was 19, he had to pull out before the tournament. I don't know if you guys remember. So he didn't start until he went down for like the Sunshine. Was it the Sunshine Double? Is that what they call it? The ones in Rio and Buenos Aires. But anyways, so Alcaraz started the year late last year, missed the Australian Open. So this is only the third time he's been here. And this is he's already, by playing this match, he's equaled the furthest he's ever gone. But I have a feeling that he's going to go a little further this time. All right, Shang, Tries to go ace up the tee, but it's just wide and under some more pressure again now. It's love 30. So Alcaraz looking quickly to take a double break lead. Good return from Alcaraz as he runs around a backhand. Now forehand Shang, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Shang. And that's long. Triple break point opportunity. Alcaraz looking to run away here. So maybe before Shang can find his rhythm in this game, Alcaraz is just trying to say, hey, maybe I'll just take the first set really quickly and see if you can find it somewhere in the second set. But definitely Shang does not want to take too long to find his game, or else it could be over in a hurry. We all know Alcaraz has the capability. Here we go. Second serve from the lefty. Backhand cross-court return. Shang with a nice forehand. Alcaraz backhand up the line. Shang with a backhand. Alcaraz at the net now. Takes one volley from the backhand. And the second Shang forehand passes Alcaraz. And he saves one break point. Best point of the game and the match so far, in my estimation. Are you a Raptors fan, Covey? I definitely got... I'm not going to say I got swept up in the hype when they won in 2019 in the sense where I was like glued to the TV, but it was fun. It was definitely cool. Kind of reminded me, and you, I don't know how old you are, or if you're into baseball at all, but it kind of reminded me a little bit like being from Vancouver, where we don't have a baseball team. The Toronto Blue Jays won the World Series in 1992 and 93. Ooh, Alcaraz with a lamb shanker there on the forehand. So 2 break points saved, and Shang trying to get back to deuce here. So what I was saying is that it reminded me of kind of like when the Toronto Blue Jays won, and kind of, you know, almost just because it's Canada and it's, you know, we don't have too many. At the time, we had a baseball team in Montreal, which no longer exists, and Toronto. So it kind of felt like, you know, oh, you got to cheer for them. And so it reminded me of that. Excuse me. And so it was like a really cool, like I wasn't a diehard fan, but it was really cool to be able to like jump on the bandwagon. Like I've never claimed them as my team, but I do like them enough. But yeah, so there you go. Super long-winded way to answer that. All right, Shang first serve. Oh, by the way, he has brought himself back to deuce. Good effort here. And we are at deuce. Second serve is good. Backhand return up the line. Forehand Shang. Alcaraz stepped, and that goes long. So Alcaraz really stepped in. His split step was about 3 feet inside the baseline. So he knows that Shang has a little bit of a slower second. So he's ready to pounce. He goes backhand up the line. Shang's a lefty. So for him, it's a forehand, but he just couldn't handle it. Alcaraz is a little too quick with it. Ooh, Shang tried to go kind of like Rafa goes out wide, lefty from the ad side to get that extreme angle, pull the player off court, but it goes let. So he's got another first serve here. That would be a good strategy to use against Carlitos, for sure. I mean, he's fast and he can get back just as quick as anyone in tennis, but great serve. Oh, Alcaraz does return it. Oh, and then Shang goes behind Alcaraz. He's coming back to the middle, and he slipped trying to go back. Almost kind of like did a hockey stop, but slid all the way down. Shang saves fourth break point. So pretty gutsy here from the 18-year-old against a 2-time major champion. Yeah, Alcaraz is only 20, he's still young, but he's got tons and tons of experience, big game experience. Here we go. Forehand Alcaraz inside out. Forehand Shang up the line. Forehand Alcaraz. Forehand Shang. And both of these guys are running around their backhands as much as possible. By the way, folks, Shang, just so you know, Shang has some heavy taping on his right thigh. So that's another thing we can kind of take a look at. Ooh, Dave K, welcome, brother. Kechmanovic and Paul going to a fifth setter. Oh, thank you. You know what? Haven't given you guys much of any updates, so I will get on that. So all the live matches going on. Yeah, right now it's starting. They're dead even at 0-0 in set number 5. We got Ugo Humbert and Hubert Hurkacz are in third set tiebreak. They're already even at 1 set apiece. So someone's going to take this third set here. And so far, Hurkacz is up 2-love, and he's actually 3-love. So he's up a mini break. And it's Humbert now, Ugo Humbert against Hubert Hurkacz. And Alcaraz, by the way, does break on his 5th break attempt, and it's 4-1 Carlito. All right, one more time. We got to do it for the guy who's in the lead, Alcaraz.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Yeah, I mean, Manarino 19-1 is your odds. So you put down $1 and you win 19 18 if Manarino wins. So pretty crazy odds. What was I gonna do live? What else we got live? Cazot, the Frenchman's having a pretty good little tournament. He's upsetting people left and right. He's playing Talon Griekspoor. And Cazot is up a set, and he's serving at 2-3 on serve. He's up 30-love right now, so he's looking good, at least on paper. Women's. Nothing going on live. Can you believe it at the moment? Interesting. I guess they're waiting for the courts to open up. Here we go. I think, yeah, all the guys are playing on the courts. That's what it is. All right. Alcaraz serve to the body. Shang goes wide and long on the return. Alcaraz with an easy point, 15-love. Looking to consolidate a second break here. Here we go. Alcaraz serve and return goes right into the net from the backhand wing. Return was up the middle, and again, Shang is a lefty. So when he's on that ad side, up the middle to him is a backhand. Can Medvedev play Djokovic in the final? No, I don't believe so. This is how it goes. We got... No, I was wrong. Yes. King. No, sorry. Yes, King. That was King asking. Yes, it'll be... It's either going to be, in my estimation, Alcaraz, Paul, Zverev maybe has a chance, Medvedev, maybe Hurkacz. Yeah, so anyways, the big guns, though, is Medvedev, Alcaraz are on one side, and we got Sinner and Djokovic on the other. That's kind of like the big 2 versus 2. All right, we got a forehand from Shang into the net, and Alcaraz, game to love. He's up 5-1, consolidates as well. Yeah. So Shang serving to stay in this first set. Only 26 minutes in, and Alcaraz just 4 points away from a 1-set-to-love lead. Like I said, Shang, inexperienced. He's 19, 18 in 2 weeks. He'll be 19. So he's virtually 19, but he's still 18. And so we're going to say he's 18. And so, yeah, he's a young guy. He's got some game. He's got some power. Oh, his forehand goes just long. Of a decent rally, about 8 shots or 9 shots. And it's now love 15. But yeah, he'll get there. But yeah, he might be actually potentially have. There's a lot of good young Chinese players coming up on the men's side. Before it was the women's, but you got Zhang Zhizhen. There's a couple other guys too. So yeah. Artur Feast lost to Griekspoor, says Dave. Is Feast in the Australian? Oh, King says. Blinkova just lost, couldn't back up her win against Rybakina. Yeah, not very not very surprising. It's not very common that someone will beat like a favorite and then just like run the gamut. Oftentimes it's just one. Maybe they'll push it for a second one if they're, depending on who the opponent is. But still impressive to beat Rybakina, who's been really hot. She won the tournament leading up. Another forehand from SHANG goes long. Alcaraz with 3 set points. So making quick work right now of the Chinese man is Carlitos. And can he break to love here, making it to 8 straight points to end it? Or I guess 9 at least. Backhand return from Alcaraz. It's a volley from SHANG. Alcaraz backhand lob, and that goes long. It was a total desperation shot. So SHANG keeps this set alive on a single thread. Let's see if he can turn it into something. But he's still down 2 breaks. So first serve is good. Alcaraz return right to the feet as SHANG was trying to do a serve and volley, and his little scoop pickup goes long, wide of the sideline there. And Alcaraz takes it 6-1 with another break. All right, pretty tidy first set. Alcaraz, 2 winners, 5 unforced. SHANG 2 winners, 12 unforced. SHANG definitely missed a lot of just rally balls long here, so maybe he's still adjusting to the Alcaraz power. But let's give Alcaraz a button one more time. He deserves it. He's crushing it and cruising. 6-1 first set.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
There you go. There you have it, folks. You got the Carlos Alcaraz button. Alcaraz or SHANG, whoever wins this match, will face the winner of that 5-setter that's going down between American Tommy Paul and the Serb Miomir Kecmanovic, who had a pretty epic match with Alcaraz. I believe it was the quarterfinals of Miami 2 years ago. Alcaraz ended up winning that tournament against Casper Ruud in the final. I think it was his first Masters 1000, actually. And then he went on to the clay season after that, I believe. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. So anyways, they had an epic 3-setter. It went to a 3rd set tiebreak. Alcaraz comes through and then ends up, like I said, winning the tournament. I think he took out Hubert Hurkacz in the semis and Ruud in the final. But anyways, so that could be a fun one. And also Tommy Paul has beaten Alcaraz, I think, twice. I know he beat him in Montreal 2 years ago. And then I think he beat him in Montreal again last year. But then Alcaraz avenged it in maybe Cincinnati or somewhere. I know he avenged like the second loss. So it's not like he's in Alcaraz's head, but he did get 2 pretty decent wins against him. So lots and lots for everyone. It's getting more difficult. Like Novak, it's kind of a bummer Shelton didn't win, but Manarino, I mean, he's been playing so well. He's 35 and he's had his best year last year, and he's parlaying that into a good start to this year. So you got Manarino and Djokovic, but it could have been Shelton. That would have been fun. And then the winner of Djokovic Manarino will face Tsitsipas or Fritz. So that's a quality opponent. And then the winner of that will face either Sinner, Khachanov, de Minaur, or Rublev. But I think it's either going to be Sinner or, folks, honestly, de Minaur is playing so well that I think he has a chance to not only beat Sinner in the quarters, but potentially have a shot at beating Novak in the semis. He's playing that well. He's got the home crowd on his back. Like, that's one thing to watch for. Alcaraz continuing to roll along here. He's up 30-love, winning the first 2 points of this set. Kavi, Kidam, Pajiki, Halchal. We got Daria in the house. Paul in 5th set. Hope he loses. Don't want him to clash with Alcaraz. I think it would be a good and fun match, but also as I was just mentioning, Kecmanovic and Alcaraz had a really good match in Miami 2 years ago, and it was an awesome semifinal and quarterfinal. It was a great match. Tommy Paul says King Adjust. Manarino's game style is very casual, like he's playing in a park. That's a great way to describe it. Triple game point Alcaraz. First serve into the net. King Adjust. De Minaur is not beating Sinner or Djokovic in the Australian Open. Okay, just telling me like, nope, no chance. Hey, I'm not saying that he will. I'm saying that he is playing so well right now, and he's at home. And that's one thing is when players are playing at home, especially in a major, I mean, you got the entire stadium behind you in most cases. So, though I wouldn't bet on him to win, I'm last year this is what I'm trying to say. Last year, if you'd asked me, does De Minaur have a chance in hell, I would have said 0%. And this year I'm saying maybe 10 or 20. Like 20 to beat Sinner, 25 to beat Sinner, and maybe 10 to beat Novak. But last year I would have said absolute 0. Another game to love. Was it game to love? Hold to love from Carlitos? I believe it was not a hold. It was just a regular old hold. So there you go. Alcaraz has won 7 of 8 games played against the wild card winner or getter, Shang. Dimi is against Rude, right? No, Rude right now is against Cam Norrie. But, oopsie, let's bring this back. But let me... second here. So, Dimitrov is playing later today against Nuno Borges, who's been upsetting... Well, he upset Davidovich Fokina in straight sets. Oh, Alcaraz with the first kind of first point that got the crowd a little bit out of their seat. Ripped a forehand cross court on the first shot, up the line second shot, and then third shot, same thing, goes cross court. And then beautiful drop shot up the line. Shang gets to it, and then Alcaraz rips a forehand cross court right inside the line. Just Dario is just saying Manarino looks like plays like he's walking in a park. Alcaraz looked like that in the last point, just very loose, very relaxed. Shang makes his way to the net. Oh, he had a short ball, and he tried to go up the line, couldn't go over the high part of the net. He should have gone back. If he'd gone right back to Alcaraz, it's not good, but in that situation with the height of the net, having to whip it up and down from that close, not the best move. Again, this is the experience of an 18-year-old, almost 19-year-old, who's playing in, his first, less than 10 major matches under his belt, and he's also playing the world number 2. And nice point there. He gets one back, so it's 15-30, but right now it's all one-way traffic. I'd say Sinner is winning the Australian Open. Honestly, everything coming from his racket is quality. Yeah, I did watch. I was watching his last game against Sebastian Baez, and it was a massacre. Like Baez almost didn't even deserve to be on the court. It was unbelievable. I am truly, I'm hoping for Alcaraz, Medvedev, of course, on one side, and Sinner, Djokovic, or like I said, if De Minaur earns it. But I almost wonder if, De Minaur's not gonna. But anyways, I want it to be that, and then I really hope Alcaraz faces either Novak or Sinner in the final. I think it would just be a better final. Medvedev beat Alcaraz in the semis of the US, and then just had nothing. He was completely. I think one set was close against Novak, but I just don't want the final to be like a straight set. I really don't want that. And I think now that we have these four, we have chances for some good stuff. Kokkinakis is out. He lost to Dimitrov earlier in the tournament. How is culture of tennis in China? I mean, they got some really good women. They just had two women playing on this court. Shang Xinwen against Wang, and that was a 3-set tiebreaker. We got Shang here right now, 18-year-old. They got Shang Zhizhen as well. He's had some pretty good victories. Beat Taylor Fritz earlier last year sometime. So yeah, they got some good up-and-comers. An Aussie man hasn't won the Aussie Open since 76. Mark Edmondson. Good to see Diminor have a good run. Hewitt, Rafter, etc. Couldn't get it done. Can't believe it, huh? I mean, Hewitt, Rafter, they did win majors, so good. But too bad they didn't get to as Aussies. I mean, you know, it's like it's so rare to be able to be born in a country that has a majors. There's only 4 of them. But at least they got to bring glory to their country by winning. And of course, we had Ash Barty, which was pretty dope. And we also had Kokkinakis and Kyrgios winning doubles. That was a riot a couple years ago. Isn't Manarino and Lopez the only actual pushers that are pro? I'm sure there's some other guys. I'm maybe just not thinking of it right now. Sinner is in premium form. Yes, he is. I think in my opinion, from what I've seen out of every player on the men's side, and I haven't seen everyone. Tsitsipas, for example, although I'm not a big Tsitsipas guy, as you guys may know from my streams. He's one of those guys where he's disappointed me so many times that until he wins something, I kind of don't believe it. But yeah, Sinner so far from what I've seen has been hitting the ball better than anyone, and just generally playing at a level that has been untouchable for his opponents. And that's what you want to do in the first 2-3 rounds when you're a high seeded player. You don't want to be on court for 15-20 hours in the first week, right? You want to do these like 2-hour matches and get off in 6 hours in the first week, 6 maybe 8. But you don't want to get into the 10-12 hour things, and Sinner's just cruising right now. Non-tennis, I have joined swimming. It's so much fun. Yeah, swimming's awesome, especially in India when it's generally, well, it's not maybe very hot there right now, but I mean, it's always hotter than here. But Alcaraz up 40 to love. He has an overhead. Oh, he missed it. He missed it for a game to love. Shang hit a desperation lob, and it bounced about 4 feet in front of the baseline, or maybe 6 feet. So Alcaraz had to back up, but he had plenty of time, lined it up, and hit it long. Kecmanovic up either 1 or 2 breaks, depending on who served first. But thank you, Dave, for the update. Let's see. Kecmanovic, and he's serving now. So he's up 2 breaks. He's looking to consolidate, and he's up 30 to love. So yeah, he looks like he might be cruising. All right, Alcaraz holds. We're on serve. Shang will serve at 1-2 after. And Shang did win a game here. And we got a button for him. It's a brand new one that Ben made. So I'm giving Shang a button. Good job. Taking a game here early in the second set.
Turn it up a bit.
Some mellow beast, like white sand, European kind of vibes for me on that one. We got Tanya Jovanovic. Welcome. Haven't seen you since last year. Happy New Year, and great to see you, Tanya. I'll tell you what, Kecmanovic is back, she says, from Australia, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure about that. Tanya Jovanovic, hey, Covey, right back at you. Great to see you. And hey, this is a good time for me to let y'all know that, hey, hit that like button, folks, if you haven't done so. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and then you get the notification bell if you haven't done so. And then that way, you can be notified when we are going live. You don't have to miss a single match. We're going live every single day until the trophy is présenté. So there you go. Just have to look at this number here. What is our like count at? Boom, 18. Thank you, guys. We only actually have 17 people currently watching. Also want to give a shout out to Bin Wen and Hugh Ciro. We got 2 likes from Facebook. So thank you guys very much for your likes. Really appreciate it. 15 all here on serve. Set number 2. Alcaraz makes his way to the net on that last point. He gets past, but Shang goes long. So 15 all, and then now it's a second serve as the first is a fault. Tosses up. Serve is good. Backhand return. Too deep. Actually, not too deep. Out. It was so far past deep. So there you go. 30-15. So Shang having a little bit of a better start here. He has a chance here. Continue on serve after 4 games. Good serve out wide, but Alcaraz, good return. Now forehand from Shang up the line. Forehand Alcaraz, backhand Shang, and then into the net with that. 30 all. Saba, too, in good form. She bageled her opponent yesterday. I liked her dress more than the game. You know, Sabalenka is facing Anisimova, and Anisimova has beat her 4 out of 5 times, and Anisimova's odds are like 5 or 6 to 1 or something. So I'm thinking of putting like 10, 15 bucks, because as much I'm a Saba fan, but we all know that she's pretty volatile too. She's not infallible. So I'm considering putting some money on it, folks, against Saba. But yeah, Saba is definitely in good form. She made it to the finals in Brisbane before this tournament, took the week off after that, which is the week before this tournament. And there you go. How come so less people today in your stream, Covey? Well, right now it's 9:04 p.m. in Vancouver. So the Australians, it's only 5:04 p.m. No, is that right? You're 5 hours behind me. It's 4. No, wait. Yeah. It's 4:04 p.m. in Australia. So I'm not sure. We probably don't have too many viewers from there right now, but the Europeans are mostly asleep because they're 8 hours ahead of me. So that's 5 a.m. for them, or maybe 6 a.m. depending on, if they're in, Paris or Spain or whatever. It's 1 hour past England. But so there you go. 4:04. Yeah, there you go. 4:04 p.m. in Australia. 5 love Kecmanovic in the 6th. Oh my, folks. Oh my. All right. So it's a deuce here. So Shang keeping himself in it. Here we go. Ooh, first serve. It's got some good, though. It really comes off Shang's racket really nice. It pops off his racket, whether it's a forehand, a serve, or what. So he's got that like kind of easy power going for him. But yeah, he's definitely a young guy. He's definitely got to learn how to pick his spots, choose, shot selection in certain moments. Nice Alcaraz with an approach shot up the line, forehand, and Shang running forehand tries to respond. Alcaraz lets it go past him, Neo style, bending out of the way as that one was long quite considerably. And it's another break point opportunity. Alcaraz looking to get back ahead here early in the second set. He did the same thing. He was 3-1 where he took the break last. Yeah, he gave up. Tommy Paul. Interesting. So I actually had a parlay that there was a bet that had a hockey game, 2 hockey games, and 4 tennis matches. And one of my hockey games already lost. The heavily favored team lost. So there you go. So my parlay was done, but I also had Tommy Paul, so I would have lost anyways. Alcaraz breaks again as Shang can't handle with the +1, goes long on his attempt off of Alcaraz's return, and it is now 3-1 Carlitos, just cruising. So I did mention Shang has some heavy taping on his right thigh, and just now as he was getting his towel between games here, he was just leaning on the area where you put your towels. He put his leg up and started kind of doing these lunge stretches, sort of. I'm trying to mimic it, but you can't really see my legs. Yeah, anyways, he's doing these lunge. So maybe it's he's being a little bothered or cramping or hampered up, but it's not seeming to be a factor in the match right now. Oh, Alcaraz with this first, I would say, bullet winner of the match. And he ran around a backhand and goes inside out from the very left corner, and he goes cross court and just boom. Over 100 miles, 168 kilometer per hour is on the winner. So there you go. I like how Daria's like, where are you all from? Oh, okay. I thought you were saying, where's everyone from other than King of Just and Tanya? I was like, oh, they're the only two that responded. But yeah, there you go. We got Sydney, Australia. We got the States, says King of Just. Nice. Can you fly to Melbourne? Or nice, you can fly to Melbourne. So lucky. Oh yeah. Now, our Sydney and Melbourne are on opposite sides, right? If I remember. I almost moved to the Gold Coast to play hockey in the Australian Ice Hockey League, but at the 11th hour, I kind of family decision not to. And that's honestly, it's one of the big regrets of my life. I could have gone and played hockey for a year in Australia. I already had the visa. The team paid for my visa, and met the coaches or online, or talked to coaches, and they talked to my college hockey coaches, and it was like, it was all a go. They're gonna get an apartment lined up for me and a job as well. But alas, it didn't work out. Australia and Canada has so much outdoor activity. Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, funny because there's kind of a joke. We have Whistler's, like our world-renowned ski mountain. It's about an hour from Vancouver, and where we had the Olympics and everything. And people kind of joke that you need an Australian passport to get in to Whistler, because it seems like everyone you speak to has an Australian accent. All the Aussies come to snowboard and ski. It's pretty dope. All right, we got a nice rally. Forehand Shang, backhand Alcaraz. It's a high looper, really high moonball. Just like he's kind of toying with them. Shang goes up the line with that, and then Alcaraz responds straight up the line and holds, and it's a 4-1. So easy consolidation for Carlito. And it was also game to love. Got to do it, folks. Carlitos killing it, and he's up another couple of breaks here. Shang has called the medical timeout. He's called the medic, but he's not officially called a timeout. Now the medic is unraveling his band, so maybe he might have to take one. Or they could rewrap it, or maybe they're just taking it off, or maybe they could rewrap it really quick before the changeover. But I feel like if they're rewrapping it, it's gonna not be enough time. If they're just taking it off, then maybe that's the thing. But why would you put it on if you're gonna take it off halfway through a match? Anyways, I was gonna hit the Alcaraz button, and I will, right?
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Uno, dos, tres, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
Dave K with the update. Kecmanovic bagel, 5th set. So Tommy Paul upset. And the winner of this match will face, we know now, and it obviously looks most likely to be, barring catastrophic loss for Alcaraz, Medical timeout, by the way, here. So we got a second medic here. I keep saying medic. It's not medic. It's a physio, I should say, or someone to take a look, or a part of the medical staff. But it's not a medic in the sense like ambulance, emergency, get me a medic. So you play professional hockey. No, I mean, that was my ultimate dream, is to play in the NHL, win a Stanley Cup for the Vancouver Canucks. That right there. But that's like the ultimate. But I did play U.S. college hockey, which was really it's like a pretty good level. It's like a lot of NHL pros come out of NCAA college hockey. So yeah, it was awesome. It was so much fun. It was a time of my life. I got to wear a suit, fly, I didn't get paid to play, but I got in-state tuition. That was kind of like I didn't get a scholarship, but I got super cheap tuition. Yeah, and you know, they flew us, you know, I'd fly to Baltimore to play a weekend game, and I'd fly to St. Louis, and we take a bus to Colorado, or we take a bus to Utah or California. So yeah, it was really fun. It was fun being an athlete in college. At Arizona State University. It's funny because when I played at Arizona State, you know, there's a National Hockey League team, a professional hockey league team in Phoenix. They used to be called the Phoenix Coyotes. Now they're called the Arizona Coyotes. But the actual professional team, they play in my college team's arena. So like the professional team is having a hard time funding an arena in the area. So the college team built a brand new arena, but it only has about 4,000 seats. And every other NHL arena has like minimum 16,000, and up to like 22 is kind of like the range, 23. So it's kind of almost like a black mark on the league, right? Where, you know, it's like you become a professional hockey player and you're playing in a college hockey rink. But the college hockey rink they're playing in was my exact college hockey team. So there you go, little Coyotes, Arizona State University, and Covey history for you folks. Medic still going on, medical timeout. The crowd they're showing the close-ups of people dancing. It looks like a couple of guys, cool dudes in their glasses. Alcaraz is looking at it and he's smiling. I mean, Alcaraz is loose as a goose, folks. He could not have had a better matchup, you know, in the sense of being able to gain confidence. Because right now, you know, he really is, you know, he is completely outmatching his opponent. And it was always going to be like that. So yeah, you know, I looked at the odds. If you know how much money I would have won if I put $100 on Alcaraz? I would have won 30. So you have to put up $100 to win 30. Like it is that ridiculous? No. Sorry. The odds were it was so stacked. It was, if I put $100, I would have won 3, and if I put $1,000, I would have won 30. That's how highly favored Alcaraz was before this match, and obviously is. No question. Backhand, good rally here. Forehand, Shang. Oh, just long from the base of the baseline, and Alcaraz up love 15 on the Shang serve. Seems the younger you was very athletic than now. Get back to same sports, Covey. Hey, what are you talking about, man? Don't you remember last year at the end of the year, I was playing pickleball like 4 to 6 hours. I was burning 2,500 calories. Like, it was insane. My Apple Watch was just like, no, I'm in good shape, man. You know, I'm like 5'9.5". Right? I'm just under 5'10". So, and I'm 100. When I was playing hockey, I was 175 pounds. Let me tell you what that is in kilos. Is 79.4. So let's say 79 kilos. So I was 79 kilos. Right now, I'm not as muscular because I used to work out like in the when the season was off, like to train for the season. And so I would put on weight, but I don't do weight training anymore. Now I just like play, sports and stuff like that. So right now I'm at about 160, which is 72 kgs. So yeah, I'm in pretty good shape. I can play hours and hours at a time. Alcaraz balls are so heavily spin. Shang is not able to rally also, I guess. Yeah, like there's pretty much been no moments where in the middle of a rally you're like, oh, Shang is about to dictate, or he's dictating this point, or the momentum of this point has switched. Like, no, Alcaraz is fast enough to get to all of his balls. Shang actually, when he was playing Sumit Nagal, Daria's favorite player, just joking. He was ripping bombs, but that's because Sumit Nagal was not, he's not Alcaraz. He's not Alcaraz breaks once again, folks. He's up 5-1 real quick. We'll hit that button. But Sumit Nagal, he doesn't hit the ball as fast as Alcaraz, right? So that gave Shang way more opportunities to, the ball's coming slower. He could set his feet and then really, hit the ball. So I was really impressed with some of his forehands. I was like, wow, this guy can really rip the ball, almost like Alcaraz. Not as strong yet, but you know what I'm saying. So he does have it in his bag. He's just young, and he's in this match. He's not having the chance to display it because everything is coming back in such a hurry. He's not used to playing anyone this caliber, and who is? Shang tries to trick Alcaraz and do a drop shot, and the drop shot was not horrible. It was it landed about a foot below the tape, so it was not the greatest attempt. Now, also, after the medical timeout, Shang, they removed the bandage, as I mentioned, and they have not put it back on. And after that last point, he just kind of looked at his leg and gave it a little kind of massage just for a second. So I think now that he's losing a lot, like I think the adrenaline of, I'm playing Alcaraz first set, okay, it probably wasn't a thing. Now that he's losing and now that reality of the moment is set in a little, I think he's, it's probably feeling the pain. Because sometimes the adrenaline of a match and being, playing Rod Laver Arena as an 18-year-old is it's a huge, like, there's only, one out of a maybe few 100 million teenagers get to do that. So, but it looks like the pain, he's just Alcaraz with an ace serve out wide, 3 set points now for 6-1 and a 2-set to love lead. And Shang almost looked like he's giving up. He's not, but like right now, Alcaraz is about to serve, and Shang is like, it's like he's not getting into his ready. Now, okay, now he's in his ready position, but like serve is good, and the return goes long. So you could, but before he hit the ball, you knew that he was, I think he's, for a second, I thought he had this look like he was gonna retire. I think he's gonna retire. I'm not well, let's see. Let's see. The trainer. Okay, the trainer. That's what I kept on saying medic. I went to the word trainer was escaping me. The trainer has come back out, and he's making hand signals and talking to his coaches. They're right across from where he's sitting, and it's almost like they're trying to make a decision. Like, should I keep going or? I mean, obviously it's his call. So, but his coach just asked him, like, are you, like, he made the gesture, like, are you quitting? And he hasn't made a decision. The trainer is working on something. I mean, if you physically can't play, then it's probably, like, if you're going to hurt yourself worse, of course you have to stop. But if that's not the case, you got to soak up the experience. Even if you're going to get bageled in the last set, even if you only win 2 or 3 points, just to be on this court, to feel what it's like to feel this, to do that for another hour, that's a valuable experience. So hopefully he's able to continue, but I'll keep you posted, of course. I forgot pickleball. You're 62 kgs. Man, you're and what's your height? I'm 176, I think, or is that what it is? Would be surprised to see Alcaraz match go to third set, says Dave. Well, Shang is he's ready to start this third set. So let's see. Covey, what's the hockey teams you hate the most? Definitely the Chicago Blackhawks for a few reasons. One of them is they were our biggest rivals during our best time, and they beat us a lot, fair and square, but they were kind of like jerks about it in the sense that they would kind of open, like, hockey players are very like, they don't really have great personalities. They don't talk a lot, or at least not in public. And so, but these guys would kind of publicly in interviews and stuff would like talk trash about the Canucks. They won though, and they won a couple championships. But anyways, Blackhawks really brutal. Never liked the Minnesota Wild. They've always been a defensive first team, and it's just the most boring style of hockey. Dallas and New Jersey used to be like that. They're both now really good. Also, being a Canadian from Vancouver, have to hate Edmonton and Calgary. Have to hate the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto's like the New York of Vancouver. So they think, the New York of Canada, right? Like the biggest, the most. So they think that they're the best at everything, but they're actually really bad at most things. Like their hockey team hasn't won since 1967. The Canucks weren't even a team until 1970. So, but they have won in 1967. They did win. But yeah, Toronto, hate them. Winnipeg, I don't mind them. They're Canadian. Ottawa, I don't mind them. And Montreal is a team that I grew up loving as well. So I have a soft spot for them. But yeah, pretty much those are the teams. Also, I hate the Boston Bruins. They beat us, but it was a very nasty, nasty series in the year 2011. So yeah, those are the main teams I would say that I hate. Good question. He should not retire. This moment won't come again. I agree. 6 feet. Oh, okay. So, oh man, you're a beanpole. That's like a term, means the guy who's tall and skinny. King T20 cricket tournament will be hosted in the USA this year. World Cup. Very cool. Where do you know where in the? I guess it'll be in several places. No Canadian team has won the cup since 1993. You have to support Canadian content. Yeah, it's not like that here, Dave. It becomes like, see, whichever Canadian team wins Alcaraz with a drop shot. Shang. Oh, he tries to redrop, and it would have been a beauty, but it goes off the tape, landing back on his own side. Because, yeah, that's too bad. It was a good effort there. Anyways, Alcaraz now with 2 break points. So he's looking to just keep the same rhythm going. Just giving very, very little to Shang. Great effort there, but just missed it. First serve just wide here. Break point 15-40. Dave, I'll get back to the Canadian content, but I'll tell you why in a second. Second serve good. Alcaraz runs around a backhand forehand, and he dips it at the feet of Shang, who was coming in for a serve and volley, but Alcaraz put it just far enough that Shang was not able to get the strings. He got the frame on it, but not the strings, and he gets broken once again. Yeah, so Dave, see the reason, like, okay, for example, if the Edmonton Oilers win the cup, they're gonna be like, yeah, we're the first team to win since blah blah blah. They'll have bragging rights. And if you're a hockey fan, especially a Canadian hockey fan, if you go to, like, for example, if you're a Canucks fan like me, it's called Canucks Twitter, just like they call it tennis Twitter, right? And every team has their Twitter. Well, Canucks Twitter is known to be like among the most annoying, loud, and just constant chatter always going on about the most menial little things, like things that Florida would never even consider talking about. Like, we dissect for hours and hours. Like what happened to this guy at practice, or, whatever. Shang with a forehand that goes long on his second shot in this return game. Just another in a ton of unforced errors. So it's now, that's it, folks. Shang has retired, folks. He cannot go on. He waited till the game was over. Alcaraz, his service game was over. Alcaraz was just about to start serving, but alas, he does not have to. Oh no, sorry. What am I talking about? Alcaraz did serve 1 point, won it. Shang took a swing, hit it long, and then he just right away was like started walking right up. So got all into this hockey talk. I got all confused. So Carlitos moves through. He only had to play 15 games, and he won 13 of those. So very, very easy day at the office for Carlitos. It almost felt like a practice for him. 1 hour and 7 minutes. Now, as I was saying earlier, this is not a bad match for Alcaraz, to get some confidence and, just a very easy, relaxing match. Now this is the furthest he's ever gone in this tournament, so that helps psychologically as well. But you don't want too many of these matches now. Like the next match with Kecmanovic, like he needs to be ready because Kecmanovic is obviously playing some good tennis, and it's it's not gonna be like this from here on out, folks. So second week is always crazy. Miomir Kecmanovic will be the opponent for Carlos Alcaraz. Alcaraz takes it 6-1, 6-1. He's up 1-love in the third set before Shang Juncheng retires. And so there you go. Let's give it up one more time for Alcaraz with a button, and then we'll come back and put this stream to bed. And let me just find this bad boy. Oh, wait, by the way, that last game was Game to Love. Because it was 15-love, so it was a Game to Love. Okay, Alcaraz, yo. One time for our victor.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
King saying, get behind a Canadian team like we did with the Raptors in 19. I'll make a deal with you, Dave. I'll get behind Winnipeg. I'll get behind Ottawa. I'll get behind Montreal. I will never get behind Calgary. I will never get behind Edmonton. And I will never, ever get behind Toronto. That's my promise to you. 3 yes, 3 no, and then make it 4 because, Canada. 4 because the Canucks, of course, would be my favorite. Obviously, they'll go without saying. Peace out. Who does Alcaraz play next? Miomir Kecmanovic. Peace out, Covey, and everyone. Take care, King. Great to have you back, buddy. Bye, Covey. See you next time, bro. Chal, bye. Have a good night, and we'll see you again. Covey Nuggle must be fuming anyways. Peace out. Just came to say hi. Yeah, I agree. It would have been nice to see Nuggle. But, he lost, and obviously Shang was good enough to start and play for a good hour. But in the end, it's too much. Good enough, Dave K. Yeah, there you go. Compromise. That's what life's about, right? Of course, we're taking all this tongue-in-cheek. I would be happy, honestly, if, these cities won. But just because the chatter and the SHIT talking that goes on between, it would just be too much for certain fan bases. But yeah. Was Shang injured? Yes, he did injure. He had his right thigh was heavily taped before the match. Halfway or 3/4 of the way through the second set, he had a medic or the trainer come, removed it. They put some cream and massaged into his leg, and then he kept on going for another 20 minutes. But then after 1 point. After 1 game and 1 point in the third set, he just retired. See you later. Spanish Super Cup. Did you watch it? Okay, guys, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all for joining me. I will definitely be back more during this Australian Open. I don't know exactly when just yet, but we also have Iga coming up later. Actually, one thing I will do, folks, I'll let you know exactly what happened so far today. So this is what happened. We had Kecmanovic taking out Tommy Paul in 5. We had Hubert Hurkacz just beat Ugo Humbert 3-1. We have Cazot, the guy that I was telling you is on a little bit of a underdog run here. He's up 2 sets and 4-1 in the third set against Talon Griekspoor. So he's well on his way, it looks like. He's up 2 sets and a break here. Alcaraz has won off the retiree. Cam Norrie yet to play against Casper Ruud tonight. We got Dimitrov versus Nino Borges. And then we also have Felix Auger-Aliassime facing Daniil Medvedev. And then the final match of the day on the men's side, Zverev versus Michelsen. Also, coming up on the women's, we got Iga, which is starting in 2.5 hours against Noskova, or that's GTL has that, so stay tuned. And we've got Svitolina facing Golubic at 2 a.m. My time, so that's in about 4.5 hours from here. That's the scheduled start times. And then, of course, on the women's side, what happened today was this. We had Zhang Xinwen. She took out Wang Yafan in 3. We had Dodin of France over Burrell, also of France, in straights. And we had Paolini straight sets over Blinkova. And one other match, the very final match that I'll mention that has yet to be played today, Ostapenko versus Azarenka. That'll be a good one. All right, folks, I hope you're all fully up to date. Kazo is fire. Runa win was not Runa bad, but Kazo play really. No, I agree. I'm considering putting some money on this guy. Nikolai Jokic got 69 points. Absolutely insane. Crazy. Tomorrow, Saba and Nitsimova will be fire. I'm wondering which match you cover. I'm not sure yet. I'll see what I'll see what I request, and what they ask me to do. But it also, of course, depends on time. But yeah, I'm going to take a look. I don't know if the schedule is fully released just yet, but I know it wasn't before I started the stream, the schedule for tomorrow. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for me. Once again, I want to thank each and every one of you. Please, if you haven't done so, consider liking this video. It really helps to support the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell. We are going to be on every single day from here until the trophies are presented on both the women's and the men's side, which women's next Saturday, men's next Sunday. Other than that, from Vancouver, BC, it's 9:33. My name is Covey, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.